Now to be back in tradition, because now we're late, which is like the thing that I was like kind of it's like that was my thing. I was always like 1-2 minutes late, but now we're here. We're live. Yeah, Multiplex Miscellaneous number 13, the snorkel episode, as it was proclaimed by Jeremy Hastings, hence the thumbnail of the snorkel. Not gonna lie, things are not great right now. We're in a really awful time in terms of just humanity overall. But you know what? We're going to try and offer you that little hour of escapism, that little light at the end of the tunnel. You know, if you're having a bad day yourself, hopefully that we can come together. I know this this community has in the past. But with that being said, we're just going to do a singles match today. We have done team matches plethora. The last few weeks. Yeah, so it's always good. It's always good to mix it up and just have that one singles match. But other than this weekend, how's your week been, Doug? Because I haven't really seen you in the last few days.
No, it's been good. Yesterday was the turning point for me. I dropped the bed on my foot because, as people know, I am a DMA driver. And I dropped the bed on my foot and I tore a bunch of tendons, and it could be worse than that. We're going to find out next Friday. It feels like a weekly episode thing.
What have they given you since then to try and remedy the pain?
Ace bandage, ibuprofen. That's literally it. And crutches, but I can't use crutches. So it's like, I'm just putting a bunch of stuff on my foot and like trying to ease it. Yeah. It's been a week though. It's been a long week, so I'm excited to be here now.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I mean, I can't say the same thing for my week. I got my head shaved. That was sort of my big thing. I guess the fun thing was I didn't tell Sue whenever it was happening. And she personally hates whenever I shave my head, but it's the summer, and to not have to deal with a mop of hair in the summer, because Doug, we're big, we're big men, we sweat quite a bit.
This is true.
The only problem though is I don't have anything to catch that sweat anymore. So times where I'm like, this is fine weather, I'm sweating profusely. So just constantly wiping it off every 5-10 minutes. But yeah.
Thank you very much, Garth McMurray. I do hope it heals quickly. They said that it could be like a super thin hairline fracture also, so it may not heal quickly, but we're hoping for the best. But thank you very much.
Last year, actually.
Thanks, Mike Turner.
Mike Turner. But yeah, just to confirm, we have Chris Diaz, Garth McMurray, Malcolm, JTH, Jim Green, and Michael Turner. We're gonna cut it off here. Before we go to the wheel, I actually want to talk. Last year, my mom had a similar kind of injury. She actually dropped a fire extinguisher on her ankle, and they revealed a hairline fracture, and she was out of work for 5-6 months.
Yeah, it can get bad because it's just you can't do any, and especially since I'm a DME driver, I literally can't do anything, nothing for work, nothing. It's just bad.
Yikes! All right, so let's spin the wheel. Let's add this.
All right,
this and then throw this in.
We got the wheel up, and our first contestant for tonight.
Man, not quite. Jim almost made his debut, but it is going to be Michael.
And our second person that we got coming to the ring will be a free spin because Michael can't face himself. I mean, he could, but then he'd win and lose. I don't think you want to do that.
And there's Jim. Well, there you go. Jim will be making his debut. So I will send the link to them momentarily.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get this show on the road, as the kids would say,
as Stewie and Brian would say.
What was your favorite Road 2 episode?
Oh, either the one where they go to Brian's school or the actual one from the Untold Stewie Griffin, where they did the little short one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Those were my two favorites.
Yeah. My personal favorite is probably Road to the Multiverse, or I also love, Road to the Pilot, whenever they travel back in time. No, Chris Diaz. We're only doing a singles match today. There was actually only 6 people that did sign up, so it kind of worked out. But one thing I was thinking of before the show actually started, before I hopped on the call, I was thinking of like, we don't have like fun information about our people. It's like, it's like Jim's from Arlington, Texas. He likes long walks on the beach and his favorite flowers, tulips. And his opponent is Michael Turner out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He loves playing the Commodore 64, and his favorite likes 2 cream in his coffee. Stuff like that.
Where you pulled the 2 cream from? That is an interesting fact.
Because
no less.
It's a very uncommon, I guess, coffee. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. Jim Green making his presence known. I can't even say nickname.
One second, Brooklyn.
Oh.
You could say I'm back to debuting in something.
Oh.
Let's see.
What does Jim have in his tickle trunk?
One of the markers.
As we bring in Michael, and there is your markers. Your tickle trunk of markers.
Yeah. These don't work.
How we doing, Michael?
What's up, boys?
All right.
Hello.
Do you guys have any questions before we start? Jim, I believe you're actually one of the people to test out this format.
I haven't played this since I tested it out and destroyed Lucas Schildbach. Fuck you, Lucas.
Oh!
So what's going to happen is we're going to spin this first wheel. You're going to get 3 questions from whatever category it lands on. If you have the most points, or if you're tied, you get to spin Bafau number 2. And then we'll get to Bafau number 2 whenever we get there. So,
all right. Get away Bafau 1.
oh, fuck.
It is
Go to music.
Everybody's
favorite category. All right, gentlemen. I will ask you your first question in music, and it is going to be as follows. What artist helped write and perform We Are the World with Michael Jackson as part of the USA for Africa? Personal fan of this song, Doug?
I am. I like this song. I think it was a great time where people came together for something that was really needed at this point in time.
Definitely like a super song in terms of like just the collaborations they put in at 5, 4.
Also, excellent
2,
pitch, excellent parody of this done via Jiggy Roberts, Child Star.
Yikes!
All the
Michael
TV
first.
sitcom people.
Is it Dionne Warwick?
That is incorrect. And Jim,
I said Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie is correct. Helped write the song, and he was the first vocalist on the song.
Got that Jerry curl.
All right, guys. Your next question in this category of music: what rapper helped hits like "Party Up," Rough Rider? Sorry. Okay. What rapper had hits like "Party Up," Rough Rider anthems, and "Where the Hood At"? I generally like all of these songs.
Yeah, this is considered by many to be one of the better rappers of his generation.
I don't know the answer to this, but I'm going to guess.
And we'll go 5.
I now am just like, I got "Where the Hood At" in my head.
Let's go to Jim.
I put Eazy-E.
That is incorrect. And Michael.
X gonna give it to you, DMX.
No.
To tie it up, that is correct. 1-1. As we go into your final question of music, and it is going to be as follows. What 2 artists are featured on Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines?
Ooh.
And as we can see, chat is already doing a good job of wrong answers in the chat.
That is true. Connor for real for life. I actually like Popstar. I think Popstar is really good.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
I said Miley Cyrus and Pharrell.
I got one of them right. That is incorrect. And Michael?
Yeah.
I got the other one, but I couldn't pull Pharrell. The other one's T.I.
T.I. is correct. But yeah, we were looking for Pharrell and T.I. in that combination, preferably.
So with your answers together, combined, like the power of
answers.
They have the power.
The power.
I'll put my fist
All
out
right.
here.
So they are tied 1-1, which means that we get to go back. Or actually means you get to go first for the first time, round number 2. We'll go to Michael because he has the matches under his belt.
All right, Michael, your category is going to be Spinner's Choice.
All right.
What category would you like, sir?
As always, are history, geography, arts and literature, time hop, TV, science, technology, Schmodown, sports, music, games, as always.
Let's go for that TV.
TV.
All right. I will. And actually, that'll be Doug. Do you want to administer his TV question?
Yeah. All right. Baby Sinclair from Dinosaurs, or sorry, Baby Sinclair from The Dinosaurs, often said what famous catchphrase?
Oh, you're going to make me do it. Not the mama.
That is correct.
For the TV wedge, I'm not sure if he's happy or not, though, that he had to give that answer.
I'll take the point, but yeah.
I'm happy he said it. All right, let's go ahead and remove TV from the wheel.
And then we'll go to Jim for his spin. Will he be able to tie things up?
Let's find out. Opponent's choice.
That is going to be a yikes from me, dog. Michael, what category would you like to give Jim?
I don't know Jim, so I don't know his weaknesses. So let's just I will give him history. Why not?
All right, history. I will administer your question in history, and it is going to be as follows. What historical figure famously once said, "If you're going through hell, keep going"?
I have no idea. Winston Churchill.
For the history and geography wedge, I'm not sure if that's. I'm not sure if that's a. If that's a, just a. There's no reception. There's no reaction to this answer. He just guessed it, got it right, and then just moved on.
We're moving on.
Yeah,
Let's move on, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys. The foul one is away, and we're in the realm of time hop.
All right, now we're gonna go to everybody's actual favorite category. We're gonna give you 3 events, gentlemen, and I want you to tell me which one happened first. Doug, you want to kick things off?
Yeah, let's kick it off with this.
Are we ready
right here? I think this is gonna be fun. Yeah, you're gonna write it down still. So for tell us which one happened first, guys. Was TGI Fridays founded first? Was Chili's founded first? Or was Applebee's founded first?
Oh, Jesus.
Funny fact, none of those were founded by Jesus.
No. But to go back to the other question, who won, Winston Churchill or Teddy Roosevelt in their epic rap battle?
I think Teddy did. I also like Teddy more than I like Winston.
I personally think Winston won that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Jim first.
I said Applebee's.
And that is incorrect. Michael.
I had the same.
Also incorrect. Doug, you want to tell them what the answer was?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. It was TGI Fridays was founded first, and then in 1965, Chili's was founded in 1975, and Applebee's was founded in 1980.
Good. You were dead wrong.
All righty. Let us go to your next question, and it is going to be as follows. Which of the following events happened first? Philip Seymour Hoffman passes away at 46. Detroit files for bankruptcy. One Direction is first formed. Now, of those three restaurants...
your question.
Sorry. I was going to say, of the three restaurants, which is your favorite?
My favorite to go to, I would say TGI Fridays. They always have those wonderful app deals. But then Chili's has a really catchy theme song. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
We don't actually have any of those in the area, so I can't relate. So let's go to Michael first.
Jack Daniels is good. I have 1D.
That is, can you see that? Let's move it up your whiteboard up a little bit. Perfect. And Jim.
I had Detroit.
One Direction is correct. One Direction was formed in 2010. Detroit filed for bankruptcy in 2013, and then Philip Seymour Hoffman passed away in 2014. Michael does take a 1-point lead, though, as we go into the third question.
I had One Direction written down.
Administered by the...
All right. Tell me which one happened first, guys. Schoolhouse Rock debuts on television. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You debuts on television, or Super Friends debuts on television. Which one of those events happened first? Now, let's go back to the question before. How bad does your whole financial situation have to be that your entire city files for bankruptcy?
I would have to have like a pretty massive gambling debt. Or I'm just not budgeting property whenever I buy Legos. I don't have connections with the manager to get any deals. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Jim.
I got Super Friends.
And Michael.
I had Scoob.
The Scoober is correct.
73 for Schoolhouse Rock, 69 for Scooby-Doo, and 73 for Super Friends.
All right, so Michael does take a 2-0 lead out of Bafau number 1, which means that he gets to go into with Bafau number 2 to potentially take back that lead.
Spinner choice again.
Let's do music. Why not?
All right. I will administer your question in music. Despite taking wedges off of the wheel, I guess we're just going to play the spinner choice and opponent choice game. And then your question is going to be as follows. What was the name of the hit song released in 2002 that featured Santana and Michelle Branch?
The Game of Love.
Or the music wedge. All right, so Michael taking a 2-1 lead as we go back to the foul number 1.
There we go. All right, foul number 1. Let's get away.
Fucking yikes, Garth. After Philip Seymour Hoffman died, did he go One Direction? You're not wrong, I guess. He went down in the ground.
Games.
Yikes.
It landed on games.
All right, so Doug, you want to give them their first games question?
Sure. Let's do this one right here. What RPG released in 2015 has you playing the main character Frisk?
So what RPG in 2015 has you play as the main character Frisk?
Yes.
The question writer was a dumbass and didn't put you in between as or hasn't played. Yeah. My brain never.
Is Brooklyn actually?
First stop's working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Michael first.
I did not have a clue. I wrote Clash of Clans.
That is incorrect. And Jim.
I put Final Fantasy 15.
That is also incorrect. Doug, what were we looking for?
We were looking for Undertale.
Never heard of it.
All right. Your next question is going to be as follows. What signifies that a piece has been kinged in checkers? We'll be pretty lenient here with answers.
No, we're gonna stop being lenient with answers, and you need to write what we verbatim have written down from now on.
If we can't accept Orlando Magics, we can't accept anything. 5, 4,
Yikes.
3.
I like them on fire. Is that okay?
Let's go to Jim.
I put double stacked, or it has the king side flipped up because
yeah, double stacked is fine. We'll accept that. And Michael,
I said flip it over.
We can accept that. I think.
Yeah,
because some sets are just have checkers and you have to double stack them. Other ones, like fancy ones, have like a king emblem,
right,
on like the back of it.
All right, and as my first marker of this set runs dry, Doug, hit him up with question number 3.
All right, guys. You're both of hopefully the legal age of 21 and have played this game before. But beer pong can be played with how many cups on either side?
There are 2 acceptable answers, and we are not counting the wash cups because I know that's not really. It's beer pong. In a way, has house rules depending on where you go, but this seems to be the pretty standard thing.
There's also a version of beer pong where they play 3-dimensional beer pong, and it's really.
Are we in the future?
No,
is this
but
the year
it's a lot of
3000?
fun.
5, 4,
It could be
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Michael first.
I said 10, like 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, 10's correct. And Jim?
10 with a question mark. I don't drink ...
Oh!
Yeah, 10 is correct. We also would have accepted 6. 6 is actually the preferred version in Canada. But
because in Canada, a cup doesn't equal an American cup.
You're technically correct. Because I'm pretty sure we go off of the UK Cup system, which is I think a little bit less. But yeah, both players getting 2 for 3. We will go to Jim first though, so that he has the potential to tie things up.
All right, Jim, your spin is in. Unfortunately,
and Jim just getting hit with bad luck again.
So, Michael, your spin is in. I did.
Music did not come up.
I'll take another one.
Well, if music was on the wheel for my spin, I'd like a respin, please.
That was completely my fault. I thought I took it off before I went to foul 1. That was a foul up on my.
That's a.
Blame the
that's a quick fix, yeah.
All right. So now, Jim, your real spin is in.
Thank you.
Arts and literature.
Cool. It's better than lose a turn.
This is true.
All right, I'll administer your question in arts and literature, Jim, and it is going to be as follows. What is the only U.S. state to have held butter sculpting competitions for over 100 years?
Fuck. As Jeremy likes to state, paints and books. Paints and books.
I don't.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Iowa.
1. For the arts and literature wedge. Once again, just pulling it out. Tying things up.
Good job, bud.
That's insane. That's 4. So now we take out the spinners. Lose your turn and opponents.
So now Jim can't get any more bad luck. He just gets,
All right, and Michael's turn. And it's games.
Games. All right. Doug, you want to give him his games question?
Ask him about an obscure board game.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh God. All right, cool. Let's go with what was the first licensed Lego game to be released for the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii?
just gonna guess Lego Star Wars.
Can you be more specific?
I can't actually.
Jim for the steal.
Okay, so I do get a chance to steal.
Yep.
Lego Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace.
That is incorrect. You're looking for Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. It was a combination of the two games from the previous generation. They were finally packed into one.
Oh, you said 360 PS? Oh, that's the yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was the first game. It was the first game to appear on all generations because just the 360 had Lego Star Wars 2, which was just I believe it was the prequels. But yeah. All right, so now we move back on to the round number 1. Both competitors tied 2-2.
So
Jim has the.
Neither of us got it.
Yeah, it stays on.
We're in TV.
Television. One of these gentlemen, actually a former champ. But we will go to your first question on TV, and it is going to be as follows. What type of dog is Ren in Ren and Stimpy? Did you watch the show growing up?
I did. Probably shouldn't have, but I did.
I mean, there was a lot of shows as kids we probably shouldn't have watched. I think I watched South Park for the first time when I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I was pretty young. Wow. Yeah, when it came out, I was pretty young. I remember the first episode. I remember watching it and staying up late.
Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
I can't spell. I put Chihuahua.
That is correct. And Michael.
Chihuahua.
Keeping it tied 1-1.
All right,
As
guys.
we go to question 2.
Question 2. In HBO's Watchmen, who plays Looking Glass?
I actually have yet to watch this series. I've yet to watch the movie, and the graphic novel is sitting at my parents' house, and I've yet to read it.
I would read the graphic novel and then watch the series.
Yeah, because the movie is made by that shitty director.
Not the movie. Not even the director's cut.
If you want to sit through the director's cut, that's worth it. But the
movies are only good in 4-hour director's cuts.
They are.
Pens down. Yikes. Let's go to Michael first.
Only person I can think of in the cast is Regina King. I don't think that's right.
That is incorrect. And Jim.
Well, we were both going to get it right, or we were both going to get it wrong.
It is Tim Blake Nelson. Nelson.
All right. Let's go to your final question.
Not wrong,
Without one, and it will be as follows. Name one of the 3 girl children from the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch.
That's the way they all be.
What is your favorite parody of this?
Favorite parody of that? The Avengers Bunch.
Are you doing it too, Michael?
Yeah, totally.
5,
oh
4,
no!
3,
they're gonna
2,
make a joke about
1.
somebody.
Oh no! I think they're using. I think they're using show off, and it could be super effective. Let's go to Michael.
Cindy, Marsha, and Jan.
And Jim.
I wrote Marsha, Jan, and Cindy because I wrote them in their
I
went their ages, asshole.
I went by crushes. Right. Okay.
Ooh. Well, both of them are correct. They are tied 2-2, which means that both of them get to go back to round number 2. We will go to Michael first because Jim went first last time.
Oh, okay. So if we tie, then we both go into.
Yeah, you both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time hop.
Suck.
Alrighty.
Jump to
Doug, you want to give Michael his time hop question?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Are you ready?
No, but let's do it anyway.
Tell me which one happened first. Grease opens on Broadway, Broadhurst Theater in New York City. The Bee Gees debut in the U.S. on The Ed Sullivan Show. Bobby Orr scores diving OT.
Describe that one. Yeah, I'll repeat the whole. I'll repeat the whole question because I wrote it.
You can read.
Which of the following events happened first? Grease opens at Broadhurst Theater in New York City. The Bee Gees debut in the U.S. on the Ed Sullivan Show. Bobby Orr scores the diving overtime winning goal to capture the Stanley Cup.
There you go.
I'm going to guess.
Sometime me no read good.
I'm going to guess Bobby Orr.
That is incorrect. Jim, a chance for a steal.
Well, it's a 50-50. I'm going to say the Bee Gees.
That is correct. And we'll now give you another question. And if you get that question right, you will get the time hop wedge.
Okay.
Doug, you want to give him a...
So does it go back and forth, or
no?
Now that I've stolen,
no.
I just get a chance for the wedge.
No, you get one chance to try and steal it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one I think I can read. All right. We're going to try this. Dave Chappelle performs his first hour-long special. Yikes. Chris Rock performs his first hour-long special, or Lewis Black performs his first hour-long special. Which one happened first?
Oh, Chris Rock would have been in the 90s. Dave Chappelle, I believe, is Killing Him Softly, which is like 2000. Lewis Black is fucking old, though. Was Lewis doing hours yet? Chris Rock.
That's correct for the steal.
The time hop wedge. The only one on that list from the 90s, Chris Rock was actually 96. Dave Chappelle was 2000, and Lewis Black was 2003.
Yeah, I didn't think Lewis had hours come out until the 2000s.
Yeah, he didn't get one until he got famous on Comedy
Central. Are any of you familiar with the Chris Rock stand-up special?
Yes.
I have yet to watch it.
All right, so we're back to Bethel.
So there's basically two kinds of black people.
Yikes.
It's an office joke. Brooklyn.
I know it's an office.
Oh yeah,
There might have been a question asked about it in the Full Metal Random for that.
Oh, yikes.
Yikes. Just spin the wheel. Just spin the wheel. We gotta move on with the show.
Yeah. Move along.
It's bad enough that I missed a joke. It's even worse whenever we stop. All right. So now we go on. This is Jim's
board game.
Yes. All right, so this is Jim's question, and I will be administering your question for games, and it is going to be as follows. In which Tony Hawk Pro Skater game do you play in levels such as College, Alcatraz, and Zoo?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
That is incorrect. Michael, a chance for a steal.
I will say 2.
And it's incorrect. Jim, is the only person that has owed a sandwich. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
Okay. I'm looking forward to when they're doing the remaster in September.
The remasters do look really good. Hopefully they're not as shitty as the first HD remake. Because it was garbage.
All right, Foul 1, guys. The Foul 1. We are back at it.
Right, so
I've never been so depressed on launch day. Midnight, download the game, and I'm like, this sucks. Science and technology. All right. Doug, you want to give them the first question in science and technology?
Sure, guys. First question in science technology. Cystic fibrosis is a disease that primarily affects what organ? How I read that pretty clearly, I have no clue. Usually stumble, but
what's in this theater in New York? No idea.
Boom.
He pup anonymous. God damn it! You give him all the easy ones. 5, 4.
Still my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
1. Yeah, it's pretty good. Time. Let's go to Jim.
I have no idea. I put the kidney.
That is incorrect. And Michael.
Is that the lungs?
That is correct. For 1 point. Go to your second question, gentlemen, in science and technology, and it is going to be as follows. The process of curing, used for foods like bacon, ham, and lox, primarily uses what ingredient? Bacon, ham, or lox. Which one is your favorite?
I'm going to have to go with a tasty bit of bacon.
Yeah. But have you ever had Scottish bacon?
No, I've never had Scottish bacon.
So Scottish bacon is actually a particular cut that has part of the belly and then part of the loin. So it's like the best of like bacon and the Canadian back bacon. It's really good.
I like it. I like the sound of that.
2,
Order
1.
Scottish bacon.
All right. Let's go to Michael.
I was going to put sodium chloride equals salt, but then I just put salt because actual table salt is not really used for curing.
No, you're actually right. Jim.
I put jicama. Oh, no, I'm kidding. I put salt.
I mean, that's interesting. I would try that. I don't think it's going to be successful.
Jim, you are a wise man. All right,
hey, Michael,
Doug, you want to give?
How do you spell jicama? What letter does it start with?
All right, Doug, just give question 3.
The next question,
doesn't matter how I spell shit.
The famous equation a squared plus b squared equals c squared is better known as what? Now I'm not
good job on picking up that you can't actually make the exponential thing. Yeah, you can't do it. So it's like, yeah, how do you do this the old-fashioned way? It's like this makes sense.
It made sense. It made sense because I saw the answer and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim first.
I haven't taken calculus in like 6 years. Algebraic equation. I don't know.
All right, and Michael.
Pythagorean theorem.
Yep.
For a clean sweep of the category, Michael going 3 for 3. But he will now get a potential to tie things up in Beffound number 2.
All right, Beffound number 2 is spinning away. Science and technology.
All right.
I have a feeling he's going to get it.
I will administer your question in science and technology, and it is going to be as follows. All right. In 2001, what was the first fast food chain to send food to the Space Center?
Shit.
I have no idea. I'm just going to guess McDonald's. This seems like the most obvious, but it's probably not right.
It's incorrect. Jim.
Since it's 2001, I'm going to guess because Super Size Me had either come out or was close to coming out, so we hated McDonald's. I'm going to go Subway because of the pedophile.
That's incorrect. Looking for Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut.
That's weird.
Pizza the Hut.
Like a casual. But.
Pizza the Hut.
All right, go back to without number 1 as both players were unsuccessful. JTH spitting the obvious answer. It's Pizza Place.
That's true.
Oh, darn.
Sports ball.
Sports ball equal 3 hockey questions. Was Brett Hall's goal in the 1999 Stanley Cup legitimate? Yes. It was.
All right, Doug, you want to give them their first question in sports?
Yep, I'm gonna give you the first question in sports right here. What team did Babe Ruth play for before joining the Boston Red Sox?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I love the Daniel Tosh bit on how Babe Ruth's home run record should have an asterisk next beside it.
It's kind of shitting, but I'm going to try and write this the best as I can.
All right.
I wrote it.
Jim doing the best he can. We'll see if that pays off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jim, did you indeed do the best that you can?
I wrote the Braves.
That is incorrect. And what?
I have no idea. I said Yankees.
That is what I originally thought, but it actually is the Baltimore Orioles.
He played for the Yankees. That was his last team.
I was hoping like maybe it was like a month and then like Boston took him away. I had no idea.
All right. The next question for you guys.
Let me try and find the market that is working.
Okay. I mean, I have one here, but I don't know how quickly
right?
we'll get to.
I got a couple.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. Your next question is going to be as follows. What NL East team in the MLB has the most overall losses with over 10,000?
The most overall losses.
The most overall losses.
That's a lot of losses.
Do
you think you feel that bad, especially since seasons are as long as they are? So I don't know if you feel as bad.
I mean, I could be worse. I could be like the Washington Generals. Despite that best efforts of playing the Harlem Globetrotters, just can't seem to pull a win. They've been rebuilding year after year. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just can't pull it together. Let's go to Jim.
I am an AL person, so I don't know the divisions in the NL. I said the Pirates.
That's NL Central. And Michael.
I'm curious if it might be the Nationals because I know the Expos lost for a long time, but I said Phillies.
How dare you disgrace the great name of the Montreal Expos? But you are correct. It is the Phillies.
I just knew it was one of those fucking major cities in Pennsylvania.
The Marlins are terrible, but they haven't been around that long.
I'm just going to keep the trend going with this next question. Michael Jordan famously took a break from the NBA playing for the AA team of the AL Central team in the MLB. What team was it?
Okay, calm down, Haven.
Doug might be too new to get that joke, and Michael as well.
No, I get that joke.
Were you there were you there during the bad times?
No, I played in a certain league where someone asked questions off a notebook that were extremely long and complicated for no reason.
5, 4.
I mean, we both got this.
2, 1. Pens down. Michael?
He played for the Birmingham Barons, which were of the Chicago White Sox.
That is correct. And Jim?
White Sox.
That is correct. Despite Jim getting that one correct, Michael going 2 for 3 in sports, which means that he once again gets an attempt to.
In sports, you mean baseball?
Yeah, right.
That is a sport, and it involves a ball. So yes. Challenge. You can now you have any one of his wedges.
He has arts and literature, history and geography, or time hop. Or you can spin again.
No, let's challenge for the arts and lit. Why not?
All right, Doug, you want to give him 3 questions in arts and literature?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's go with this one. Which 2 cities provide the setting for Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities?
Paris, France, and London, United Kingdom. United Kingdom, sorry. So it's London, United Kingdom. Paris and London. I'm raving at the mouth. That
is correct. That is one of 3. Your next one. Would you like to give it to him?
You could do all 3.
All right, cool. Which cartoon animal is owned by John Arbuckle?
That would be Garfield.
That is correct. All right. In which Shakespeare play will you find the villainous Iago?
Iago? You mean Iago?
That is an I, not an L. Iago.
Yeah. Iago's from Othello.
Othello's correct.
For the successful challenge, that might be the first actual successful challenge.
I thought that was all lowercase letters. And didn't realize
that. Lago is unfamiliar to me.
All right. We should go back to the found number 1 now.
When you're looking at it real quick, it's like, okay, yeah, read it correctly. You're good. No, there's a capital in people's names.
All right. Let's give it a spin.
It is.
And we're going to history and geography. All right, and I will give you your first question in history and geography, and it is going to be as follows. Abraham Lincoln gave a speech on November 19th, 1863 at what famous battleground? Doug, if you were to give a famous speech, what are some of the things that you'd want to tackle?
Kindness, equality, and justice for all. I think they were all kind of tackled on this famous speech.
I think it's kind of simple. Don't be stupid. 5, 4,
True.
3, 2, 1.
Said originally by Philip DeFranco. So
yes.
Hashtag Philip DeFranco.
Michael.
Gettysburg Address.
And Jim.
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg is correct. Seen in that one film that nobody can remember. But yeah. Doug, you want to give him question number 2?
Absolutely. Okay, so this next question, we're looking for the entire thing. So on what date was the Declaration of Independence signed? I need the entire date.
I could tell you whenever Canada was that thing was signed to make it. I think it was called the Charter of Rights of Freedom.
There is 2 famous musicals about this topic. I think there should be a lot of people able to name the date that this important declaration was signed.
But what if you don't like musicals though? 5, 4, 3. I don't hate them. They're not my personal cup of tea. Pens down. Michael.
July 4th, 1776.
And Jim.
We have the same answer.
July 4th, 1776 is correct.
Okay, I was thinking, the way they're talking, did I need to in the fucking note? It was June 22nd.
10:41 a.m.
They didn't send it to the fax machine until July 4th, though.
It was July 3rd they sent it to the fax machine. It just didn't get there because it took too long till July 3rd. July 4th.
All right. Your next question. The International Relief Organization, UNICEF, founded in 1946, stands for what? I always remembered having those. It was the little token, the little change boxes or something
for Halloween.
For Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, I remember walking around with them when I was a little kid.
I remember having to make them at school the day before, and we just get frustrated. Like, teacher, I need help making this. Fine, here you go. I had to do it for all 20 people in the class. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim first.
I have no clue.
And Michael.
I said United Children's Education Fund.
This is incorrect. Looking for the United Nations Children's Fund.
Ah, damn. Okay.
All right, I believe.
But it is tied 1-1. So they both get to go with our number 2. We will go to Jim.
2-2.
2-2. Sorry, I didn't mark down the Independence Day question.
Same result.
But pretty well, yeah. We'll go to Jim first because he is behind.
Is challenge always on there?
Challenge is always on there.
Okay.
You can take it back.
Sports.
Can't wait for this baseball question.
Doug, you want to
give him lacrosse?
Doug, you want to give him the sports question?
The answer is Duke.
All right. The Redskins played in what city prior to moving to Washington? There, it's not a baseball question. Huh. Boatman's comment.
Yikes.
I don't understand the question, but I'm going to just guess Landover, Maryland.
That is incorrect for the steal.
I don't know it either, so I'm just going to guess Baltimore.
Baltimore is incorrect. We were looking for Boston.
Did not know that.
They were originally in Boston before they were the Washington Redskins.
Okay.
All right, moving on to Michael's.
Jim, you look like you don't agree.
I'm just. That's a Kaleb Koho. What was the name? Where was this team located in 1812 when they were originally founded, and then they filed bankruptcy 8 times?
Going over to games.
Michael, I will administer your question in games, and it is going to be as follows. What is the name of the first game in the Battlefield franchise?
I know it's not the right answer. Battlefield Earth.
Jim for the steal.
The first game in the Battlefield franchise. I'm gonna take a stab here and just say Battlefield.
This is incorrect. Looking for Battlefield 1942.
I like the arcade game 1940.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, we're back to the foul number 1.
All right.
Basically we're gonna have both of these, and then the game is gonna end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And we're
Arts and
over to
literature, which means that we are ending on a Schmodown. Nice change of pace. That's usually one of the earlier categories that somehow comes up. But Doug, you want to give them the first question in arts and literature?
Yeah, guys. Who wrote 1984 and Animal Farm?
I have not read 1984, but Animal Farm was pretty good.
I've read both, and I enjoyed both thoroughly.
This is actually sitting on Jordan's bed right now.
Nice. 5.
Well, it's our bed, but it's sitting on the bed.
2.
Her book, no.
1.
I don't.
Pens down. Jim.
George Orwell.
And Michael.
George Orwell.
Correct.
That is correct.
Remember how stupid people were when he did 1984 on the radio? Oh no, War of the Worlds. My bad. When they just did that on the radio and they were like, "It's happening." You're retarded.
H.G. Wells did War of the Worlds.
Whatever. I don't read books. I just said that.
All right, your next question in arts and literature.
You're close. You're close. You're this much.
The next question in arts and literature will be as follows. The Thinker, a famous sculpture found in Paris, is made of what? And Jeremy Hastings has a message for Jim. That's not true. It would only have been a Koho question if the team would become the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, that is also true.
We'll go 5.
The answer to this question is hard work and determination.
I mean, you're also not wrong, Jim.
That's
true.
I said granite.
That's incorrect. And Michael.
I said marble.
Oh.
This is also incorrect. It is bronze.
Ah,
Really?
why couldn't you ask me who did it? I know that.
Yeah, it's that one Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. Yeah. What orange bandana wearing Ninja Turtle?
No, it's Rodin. It's not Michelangelo.
All right, guys. Last question in arts and literature. The Sandman is a comic book series created by what author?
Did you say Arthur? By what Arthur? Arthur Reed.
Dudley Moore.
Author.
I have no idea to the same.
No, I'm still confirmed that you said that you're looking for an Arthur, like Arthur Ashe, Arthur Reed,
Aquaman.
Aquaman sucks. 5, 4.
He can only speak to fish. Powers.
I said Garth Ennis.
That is incorrect, Jim.
Oh, okay. That was way different than what I said. I said Jack Kirby.
That's not too far off. Neil Gaiman.
Oh, that's right. Damn.
Also wrote Stardust, if I'm not mistaken.
Did.
And Neil Gaiman?
Gaiman or Gaiman? I've always pronounced it Gaiman.
I also wrote American Gods.
It is the same guy that wrote American Gods. Yes.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay, then. I thought it was way older than that.
No, Sandman came out in, I think, the 90s.
All All right, so it is tied 1-1, which means that we go back to round number 2. Both players will spin. We are going to give Jim another opportunity to tie the game up first.
Hadouken! The spin is in.
Games again.
Games.
All right, Jim.
Category.
I will administer your question in games.
In what Minnesota Vikings game? What game featuring Vikings was sold in Minnesota?
Thanks. What Xbox shooter franchise debuting in 2006 would you find the characters Marcus, Dominic, and Victor?
Shout out to the boy who kind of looks like Michael a little bit, Cliffy B. That would be Gears of War.
That is correct for the game's wedge, tying it up.
Wearing a hat like he would look like Michael. I haven't seen a picture of Cliffy B in like 7 years, but whatever.
All right.
I'll take it. I'm a star.
Let's go over to Michael. Michael, your spin is in. If we want to pull up.
Get over to the wheel. Get over the wheel. Get over to the wheel. Quick. There we go.
For a challenge.
All right. You can challenge games, history, geography, or time hop, or you can spin again.
What's on there? I will challenge. I will challenge for history.
All right, Doug, you want to give him 3 questions in history?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. In July of 1977, what happened in New York City that led to looting, vandalism, and fires?
This was unsuccessful. I'm going to assume something very bad.
Oh, wait, let me look outside. Yeah, I was probably
right. I don't have a guess.
You want to take a shot in the dark?
The Watts riots. That's California. I don't know.
That is incorrect. Since it's a challenge, we can tell you the answer. It's a blackout.
Oh.
Wow, I would not have guessed that.
No, yeah, didn't have it.
I wish it was a blackout that started this. That would have been much better to deal with.
All right, we are now on to the final turn of the game.
Last one.
Which means that we go to Showdown. It is tied 3-3. So let's
on your win.
Give you your first question at Showdown, and it is going to be as follows. What AEW founder joined as a guest alongside Jen Sturger and Brad Gilmore to preview the 2020 Star Wars tournament?
Of course you asked me some bullshit question about Star Wars.
Now... Star Wars is a thing, but yeah. You know what? It's good. You know that division is definitely not going to run dry anytime soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to Jim first.
I said Cody Rhodes.
That is correct, and Michael.
Put some respect on that name, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
That neck tattoo.
That is correct.
That's it. Yeah, the tattoo was even Brandy was like, "Yeah, I tried to talk him out of it."
Chris Jericho's doing the thing now, so if it was Chris Jericho, I was going to be like, "Fucking challenge! He's not a founder. Fuck you, Brooklyn."
All right.
Give me wrestling questions all day.
How did the Real Rejects win their match against Cuckoo's Mess? I'm looking for the specific terminology.
So not just decision?
Not just decision.
Not just decision?
It cannot be a split decision.
No. It has to be a unanimous. We are awful, horrible people. 5, 4,
but we'll probably make you laugh, so that's 2, a positive.
1. Pens down. Go to Michael first.
That was a TKO.
It is correct, and Jim.
Oh no, okay. I did not put that.
All right, so
I didn't understand what I have. The wording of that question was really weird.
All right. We go to your next question in this Throwdown, and it is going to be as follows. Michael is up to Jim's 1, so Jim will need to hit something and pray that Michael misses to potentially get a wedge in round number 2. This is going to be a wordier question, so we'll give you a little more time in this one. A championship match airing July 19th, 2019 was competed with members from the Five Horsemen and the Dungeon. Who was playing in said match? Star Wars, where if you're a real fan, you only love half of them, and if you love more of them, if you love more than half, you don't get Star Wars. That is pretty much why I think, why I feel the way about Star Wars the way that I do. Yeah.
Definition.
There was a meme that came out of like, it was like Pirates of the Caribbean, but they're talking about Star Wars fans culture, and it was like the two buffoons. They're like, "Oh, blah 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 blah." It's like, why can't they all just get along? It's like, it just has to be that simple. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Michael first.
I have no clue. I put Merle and Bibiani.
Got one of them correct, and Jim.
Okay, he got one of them right, so I'm hoping this is right. Is it Dan Murrell in the Hawaiian Sensation without the sunglasses, Paul Oyama?
That is correct to tie things up.
Good job.
So it is 2-2. Both.
Is that Kaiser's thing? And I was like, Paul was in that for like 5 minutes.
I couldn't even remember who was in it.
All right. We're going to Jim first. Jim.
We're tied, right? 3-3.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
All right, science and technology. Doug, you want to give him his question?
Yes. All right. What company released the first commercial cell phone in 1984?
I have no idea. Nokia.
That is incorrect for the steal.
Minolta?
That is incorrect. I heard Minolta.
Yeah.
It is Motorola.
Ah!
I knew it was one of those 90s ones.
Yeah.
All right, go back to Michael. He now has the opportunity to win the game if he gets the question correct. If he is not, then it will be Jim's opportunity to potentially win the game. Showdown. And I will be administering your question and Showdown.
You would have just made Michael go first. Fuck you, Brooklyn.
All right. Your question is going to be as follows. For the win. Who was the second recipient of the Yodi Award?
Rachel Cushing. I have no idea.
Jim Green, chance for a steal.
I also have no idea what the fuck a Yodi Award is, but Clark Wolf was his teammate once.
That is incorrect. Looking for John Schnepp.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a lifetime achievement.
It's the Lifetime Achievement Award.
It's like the Lifetime Achievement Award.
I got you.
He wasn't that.
All right,
It's
so
a tie!
it's a tie, which means that we do as follows. We spin the remaining categories available in the round number 2. Once that category is determined, we give you 3 questions. Whoever gets the most out of those 3 will win. If it is a tie after 3 questions, it'll be 1 question apiece. Doug, spin that wheel and pray to God it does not.
I was like, well, we can't be using whiteboards anymore.
We are using
Throwdown. Great.
All right.
Your first question, what is a Yodi Award?
Doug, you want to give them the first question?
Yeah, let's give it to him. Kevin Smets has the most KOs in IG. How many does he have?
It doesn't matter because Robert Parker is going to beat him.
You're not wrong.
My favorite part is where Robert has the pocket watch for some reason.
I don't get it. I don't get it right now. I want to know it.
Because maybe he's setting the time for Paul, which means that they're going to form a super team. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Michael.
I said 6.
Oh,
this is incorrect. And Jim.
Wait, you said Paul super team. Oh, Paul already had a super team teammate. His name was Lucas Schildenbach. 4.
Skill butt. 4 is correct.
Right.
God, I had 4.
I figured he just beat everyone's ass, and then he like played actual people that aren't like Emma Fife, and then it was like, oh, they actually don't get KO'd anymore. Okay.
All right. Next question, gentlemen. The showdown will be as follows. What was the nickname given to the Schmodown's 6th season?
Oof! I hope it's the meme that we memed endlessly.
Are you trying to tell me that memes can be memed?
Wait.
If you were to name a season of Multiplex, what would you nickname this?
Are we in season 6?
Fucking yikes! It would just be the yikes.
The yikesening.
Yikesening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Michael.
Going back to You Don't Know Jack, the season that cares.
That is incorrect. And Jim.
With the New Beginning.
That is incorrect.
That is incorrect. I think you're thinking of this season, the new era. But it is the Magic season.
Fuck! I didn't know if I didn't know which season we're in. I had the Magic.
It's 7 now.
It's 7.
God damn it!
All right. If you get this question, it is still 1-0 for Jim. Michael does have to get this question correct, and pray that Jim misses to force a super sudden death question. But Doug, give them their final one.
All right, guys. Last question. We're going with a classic question. Who was the last team to face Team Schmoes in a regular season match?
Did you watch their Patreon match?
Yeah, I thought
somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the chair.
Was that on VHS or DVD?
It's always DVD.
I always think of a rat race.
The years stop coming and they don't stop coming.
Heads down. Jim.
Don't you want to go to Michael first for the dramatic?
Indeed.
For dramatic effect, Michael.
I guess the Patriots. I have no idea.
And Jim.
I guessed Team Trek.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of Multiplex Miscellaneous is Jim Green.
Good job.
It was winning 10.
It was who?
Top 10.
1 second.
It was a number 1 contenders match. Top 10 would go on to play in the infamous Jane Fonda match against the Patriots.
That's going to be a yikes from me, dog.
Or no, sorry. No, that's Patriots 2. That's because they played top that to get to Patriots 2. They played Schmoes to get to Patriots the first time. But yeah. All right. Let's go to Jim now for supposed match interviews. Jim, it was your debut.
Yep.
You pulled out the win. How do you feel? Is there anybody that you want to thank in particular?
I guess you could say I'm back at winning this thing that I haven't won since I beat Lucas at it. Fuck you, Lucas. First off, I want to thank God. Thank God always. Thanks for this Grammy / Oscar / Emmy. And thank you, Kaleb Koho, for not being here. Because I wouldn't have wanted to play him because he's Kaleb Koho. But yeah, those.
Yeah. Did you have fun now that you got to play this in its actual intended form?
Yeah, it was a little frustrating that I kept missing games questions, and then the sports first wheel was all baseball questions. But other than that, yeah, like I pulled Iowa. Bill Engvall had a bit about it in like his hour in like 1997, which I was like, I think was it Iowa? I think it was something with an I, so I just guessed, and then yeah. It was fun.
Oh, sure. Yeah. As I just drink some water that's easily a few days old. Michael. Yeah, it's fucking gross. But Michael, you lost in overtime. It was a good, fun match, though. I think there was a nice vibe in here. But how did you feel about your performance?
Listen, I loved it. People that know, like, Schmodown is my weak point. I verily admit it. I've watched like maybe 2 seasons out of 7, so there's work to be done there. I knew when we got Schmodown as the last one, it was a wrap. But listen, Jim was a great competitor. You know, he pulled a couple of those out of nowhere. Yeah, you have to do that sometimes. This is a ball. This is by far my favorite thing we do in Multiplex. I love it. So I will be here as long as you guys will allow me to be here, and I will keep fighting for that first win. It's gonna happen.
Well, we love having you here. I love doing this. I'm sure Doug and Andrew can say the same thing. Doug, just blink twice if you need help. That's 6, 10.
That's many times.
That's 10 times, which means that he needs a sandwich. But that is going to wrap up another episode of Multiplex Miscellaneous. Koho is not here. He doesn't give the stats. So this match doesn't exist according to GTH. Jim is still 0-0. But for Jim, for Michael, for Doug, myself, for the chat, you guys were great as always. Once again, next week, Sunday, 9 p.m. EST, another episode of Multiplex Miscellaneous, episode number 14. What'll be the thumbnail? I gotta wait till JTH tells me. Cheers, guys, and as always, drive safely.